Hello guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you for your continued support. I appreciate it, guys. So I'm doing elemental readings. We are on water now. I decided to do this for the full moon energy that's happening right now. It's a full moon in Pisces, you guys. It has been sending a lot of messages of just huge humbling energy, ego release, death of the ego. There's a lot with this moon. So I'm pulling the cards and then I'm going to read. These are all Kim Krans decks that I'm using here, and we're just going to start with the tarot on top and move our way down. You may be at the beginning, middle, or the end of this process in this reading, but we got the Son of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Earth energy had that too, so you may have some earth in your chart also. You may want to check that one out also. Then we got the moon right in the center. Makes sense. This is water energy. It is a Pisces moon. And Cancer is ruled by the moon. We got that Five of Cups and the Magician. Okay, let's go ahead and get deeper with this. All right. Okay. This has really been really good messages. Let's see. This is probably pretty feeling this in the water energy. Oh, wise salt. Right under this. Okay, wise salt. And the void in the right below the moon. That has been kind of a message too about how we're using this and an iron right under the Five of Cups. I know that Five of Cups energy, and then at the bottom here we got rotation. Okay, that void energy, releasing things into the void. Take this one, the agape. In the underworld, a lot of getting the last bit of this shadow integrated for a lot of people right now. I am feeling that through these readings. And then we got the kiss. Oh, and then on the bottom, the prayer. Really sending some good energy out, trying to pray for some good things here to come through this energy. Let's look. All right, let's pull an animal card for under this. And then we're going to start with this row, which has the Son of Pentacles, the Wise Salt, and the Agate. This is the one, the Dolphin. Nice. The Lamb. Ooh. Under the Underworld, the Void and the Moon. That's interesting. And the Crow. Wow. And then the golden egg on the bottom, you guys. Nice. Let's just read that golden egg real quick. It is a message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. Within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern-day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection and contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest on your heart. There is something here with the prayer and the Five of Cups right above this iron, something like it's set in iron, like it's unmovable. But then it has a kiss, this energy of this union or something like that with the crow, the message, you know, the message bringer. That's just coming through, but I just wanted to read this golden egg, but it's taking me back here into the reading. If you do not yet, okay, I read that. What weighs heaviest on your heart? Staying open. Staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with this energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice, and it requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. All right. Okay, guys. So we're going to read this wise salt. Got this lamb and this crow, too. It feels like I always think of the lamb as being very gentle and easily of course I think of like the lamb and the lion and the easy sacrifice compared to the harder ones to make, and the yes, there's something bigger here in the middle with this moon, the lamb, the underworld, and the void, but we will get there. All right, the wise salt, guys. Let's read it. 28. The wise salt, wisdom, grit, and preservation. Oh, okay. And it looks as though there may be kind of a feeling of being kind of stopped, or maybe holding yourself back here a little with the Son of Pentacles reverse, not moving forward maybe here in the recent past, or you could be in this position right now. Like I said, it can be anywhere on this or all of it all at once. But wise salt is the sacred ingredient of preservation. It's time to preserve and persevere. In due time, you could just be feeling really tired. In due time and with due experience, the alchemist slowly develops these granules of wisdom that can someday be passed to another. Salt retains, preserves, and absorbs. It brings complexity to flavors and grit to slippery roads. Traction, like you're trying to get your traction in something. I am getting that. Such is the magic of the South Sapient. Someone who carries wise salt is immediately recognizable. Their words hold meaning. Their stories are deep and true. They have wisdom that cannot be attained by other means than decades of pain and pleasure. You may experience wise salt through the elders of the community. When this card appears, know that everything you are going through will be of use down the line. That's interesting. That's how this works. That's how this works. We go down rabbit holes, we learn new things happen, and they have value at the time, but we may not see the value at the time. It's been kind of a theme through these full moon readings with the grain of sand and the pearl and the diamond, and just this shining and polishing up of things to see what it originally was versus what it can become with fine-tuning and traction, sticking with something. Yeah, that's the message I'm getting right now. When this card appears, know that everything you are going through will be of use down the line. Alchemically, you are being brined. Preserve what you can, let go of the rest, and lean heavily on your elders. Notice your interactions with salt today. Take Epsom salt bath, use salt consciously in your meals, and bless and thank it for its qualities. Think of a few people in your life who seem to carry wise salt. What is it about them that makes it so? Was their depth easily acquired? Of course not. Go deeper. Read about the salt marches in India. And I have been putting links under these videos to some of these references so that it's easier for you to find if you want to go further into it, if you want to start getting a little deeper in it or see some different aspects of the reading, and to ponder the taste of tears. Oh, and then we got the agape here right under this wise salt. And this is an initiation, and it's devotion and unconditional love. Oh, it's beautiful because the dolphin's right under that too. There's just something here that trying to hold on to this wisdom, this unconditional love, this, it's like keeping your traction or regaining your traction into something here. It's I'm getting. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, Goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. Oh, you sense the earthly as the heavenly, and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form. And like a healing balm to the modern soul, it affects last lifetimes. The Agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? What does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? There could be some feelings here of missing, or a feeling of still not, it's like trying to get your traction past the losses, the heartache. This is emotional, the emotional things that didn't work out, or the emotional things that just didn't feel good, but we have learned a lot from, and seeing there's another way, a road to take. It's not just looking at this and staying focused on one thing. There's something else here to be getting focused on. I am getting that. Agape can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community. Recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape. To have the mouth agape is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. We are made humble once again. To see that could be what we're struggling with here in the water energy. It's like getting our traction in grasping the beauty and the delight and the happiness with this wise salt, because it did say, imagine, when you have these things to say, or you've met people like this, or you are like this, and it's like that wisdom comes from a lot of pain, but it also comes from a lot of joy too, you guys. So we cannot forget that, and that is a watery, very watery energy. Let's not forget that with all the pain and the wisdom also is joy and wisdom, and that the Five of Cups is on the other end over here. So that's interesting. And it says, when light, service, reverence, honor, and joy. When dark, spiritual bypassing and righteousness. Go deeper, children's choirs from around the world. I love that. All right, let's read this dolphin, which is a water energy. Let me get it here, guys. Water. There we go. Innately intelligent, healer, light, and blessings. Oh, yes, there's definitely some healer energy here. Definitely that feeling of having gained a lot of wisdom and insight from experiences, but could still be looking more even unconsciously, maybe not even consciously aware that we're still focusing on some of the more harder, the more painful moments of that wisdom being gained. So it's to really focus on the joy and the healing and the light and blessings part of it, not the loss part of it, the parts that feel like a loss. Nothing's a loss. We've gained and learned from all of these things that feel like we've lost. A loss can be a great win. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on a level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role. This could be disappointment and not being able to, feeling disappointed and maybe not being able to heal something, or not being able to, feeling like maybe you're not making a difference, or you're not making an impact that you, or this could just be really slow, feeling like it's slow, or something. It could be impatience. It could be, like wanting to rush through things when things are meant to be step by step. I'm also getting that. It's easy for the dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. And I am feeling that, paying mindful attention to the blessings and everything that are just right there, right now, and have came out of maybe things going slower, or maybe things coming to a halt even, or stopping for a minute, It says, when in balance, it's active healer, strong spiritual practice, and when out of balance, it underestimates its own power. That's kind of what I'm feeling like. It's like, I was feeling the traction, like the footprints, like traction. leaving a footprint, leaving an, yeah, like leaving a, being able to heal something or leave an imprintation or something of this healing energy. That's what I'm getting. And it says, so don't underestimate your own power, water energy, the power of water, the power of love, the power of going deep into the psyche, the power of being able to flow, and just the power of water in general, to bring it into balance, like-minded spirits. Okay, so now we go into this moon energy, which is the next energy, and we have the void, which we will read. Under the moon, the unknown, not being able to see clearly what's there. I'm getting that. Just, there's this darkness. Okay, so I do want to show you the, the Son of Pentacles. And actually, I'm kind of feeling it as, like kind of feeling like there's, it's just interesting because there's this feeling here of feeling almost disappointed or something, that you couldn't heal something or you couldn't do something, or only looking at like the more negative aspects, but there's something really joyful and beautiful here, that you might be underestimating that you have accomplished or brought to the table that maybe you feel like you weren't able to. So we're going to get deeper into this, and this is the moon, the void, the underworld. We got that going on there. And then we got this lamb, which really stands out like a sore thumb, but I'm sure it's going to come in and make more sense when we read it. But yeah, this lamb feels almost like you could be feeling like you're kind of just thrown out to the wolves. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Or like, yeah, like in the dark, like the lamb, like there's something here you could be dismissing here. Maybe about your contribution, or about not even recognizing where you're putting your unconscious focus, or even conscious focus. Let me read this here, Exhale. Beautiful. Exhale 2. Okay. The ether and the void. Liminal darkness and destiny. This moon energy, okay? The moon is profound in the water energy, because we know the moon deeply works with the water, and it moves the water, and it interacts. And then we got this void. It's just very interesting. The void is a mystical riddle in and of itself. It cannot be understood by means of alchemy, chemistry, science, or spirituality. It astounds the most adept seeker and humbles the philosopher. From the depths of nothingness, all feelings and possibilities are birthed. Behind the curtain of our material world, the power of eternal spaciousness is at work. This card may appear at a time when something has been released, a relationship, a possession, a title, but the void is much bigger than any worldly entity. When an alchemist approaches the void, destiny shifts in the darkness, and like magnets, you are drawn to it as it is drawn towards you. Yeah, like that water and that moon, that tide. It's like being drawn into the depths, being drawn into the deep. Something really deep and maybe even psychological here. That you're being drawn towards to see the deeper meaning of something that may have felt lost, or may, see the gain in it, see the interaction between the two. That's what I'm getting. It's interesting how that's coming through, but it is. So you are drawn to it as it is drawn towards you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe. Surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is born. As an image, the void is a powerhouse. Use it as a point of focus in spiritual practice, in contemplation, or as an inspiration for creative work. And it's like, kind of, what can you create from something now? Something different here. Watch the movie The Never-Ending Story to go deeper, and to ponder the stage behind the curtain. Yeah, the kind of stuff going on behind the scenes. The void may be interpreted as the God-sized hole. We are tempted to fill the absence with something, anything, but the alchemist knows the work is to wait and observe, not to fill it with busyness, not to fill it with thoughts even, just kind of observe and just be and just feel it. Because it's not coming through as words or anything. It's coming through very deep from the depths. Something here about what you're contributing, this healing energy that's you may be feeling conflicted about, even how you've gained it, how you've come to this point. That's what I'm getting. So let's go down to this crazy card, the Underworld, which came right under the void here, which is like so much going on beneath the surface, like what's going on behind the stage kind of thing. It said to contemplate what's going on behind the stage, behind the curtain. And we got this underworld energy. And this is also a, let's get to it here. The underworld. This is one of the places here. The underworld, the nightmare, the ordeal, the bottom. Oh, so something's going on under this that just feels like something deep and scary and maybe unknown, and it's just really a lot going on here. Like, I can't wait to read that Lamb because it's just really popping out here. This is no time to mince words. The archetypal territory of the underworld is fraught with nightmares, suffering, and pain. That's what I was feeling like. This came from a lot of pain and suffering, this wisdom. And you could be really conflicted about this being kind of a culprit or a contributor to this, to the path you're on, to the work you're doing in your life. Oh, this is interesting. It is the darkest shadow realm, which we try vigilantly to avoid or deny at any cost. Try as we might, the darkness pulls us into its depths through disturbing dream images, unexpected accidents, illness, war, conflict, and ultimately death. Not visiting the underworld or denying its existence altogether is what gives it dangerous power. So to really observe the shadow self right now, water signs, as this moon is passing through, observe how it's interacting. That's with you, with your life, and observe it. Don't ignore it. If it's there, observe it. Even if it feels like it conflicts with like what you're doing or the way you're feeling at the moment, let it kind of go through you. There's something here that needs observed deep, because you don't want something creeping up in the dark. It's like, I was getting that, like getting fed to the wolves kind of energy. It's interesting. That came through. Traversing, it gives it dangerous power. Traversing it forces us to bow humbly to greater forces that be, while summoning the inner strength we previously underestimated. That's it. So there's like this, there's been some kind of underestimation of how much you can kind of endure in the darkness, in the shadows, and there's a feeling of still being able to keep this strength. Yeah, like the lion and the lamb, the strength in the lamb, the strength of the gentle going into that dark place and knowing that you're kind of in this place that could easily consume you, but there's this interesting energy here. But it's like you got to visit it, you got to see it, so it doesn't take away this really like healing kind of that's happening, or what's happening. That's what I'm feeling. The inner strength we previously underestimated, and that was in the dolphin. They underestimate their own contribution and strength. Don't feel bad about that. There is something here you are contributing to, even if it's just like a lesson or something being learned through the shadows, through the moon energy. Wow, this is big. Take solace that the underworld subsumes everyone from time to time, making us deeper friends, more intimate partners, soldiers of light amid our shadowy times. Facing darkness and choosing light is the most profound calling of all. Facing darkness but choosing light. That's beautiful. So when in light, it's bravery, depth, facing the deepest fears. Yes, facing those deepest fears. Go deep in those shadows and face those deepest fears. The fear of all of it, you guys. That's what's happening with this water energy right now. The fear of something being lost and gone forever when there's been gain, and there's still more. There's still so much more. There's a message coming in. When dark, it's denial, suppression, evil, and unconsciousness. Go deeper, read Meeting the Shadow, edited by Connie Zweig and Jeremiah Abrams. Search for images on a map of Dante's Inferno. What does the story of epic descent stir in you? One of the earliest stories on record is that of the goddess Inanna's descent. Turns out descending into the underworld is as old as time itself. Beautiful. All right, we're going to read this lamb energy, okay? And this is an earth energy, so this could be like earthly fears, things that you're dealing with in the environment, but you need to go deep, deep down into your own shadows and own darkness and face some fears here, but not kind of, it's not thinking too much of it, it's kind of pulling you through it, but remaining intact. And don't underestimate the power of light through all the dark that has been and all the dark that still and will always be. It's very powerful energy, the lamb here. I'm going to read this, lamb. Oh, and that's interesting because the wolf is also an earth energy in this deck. The wolf and the lamb. And the lion and the lamb. The lion, I think, is fire in this deck. Peaceful, prophetic, and patient. Yes, so staying peaceful, staying patient, and knowing that this, it's like knowing that this exists, and it is there for everybody, and it is there within everybody, and being able to sit there and patiently observe it, and with grace. I do feel that too. I always get that with the deer, but I am getting it with this lamb. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet. There's a lot of quietness, a lot of meditation in this reading, you guys. Doesn't come through words. It's not going to come through noise or racket or staying busy. It's going to come through that stillness and going deep, 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 so you can hear it. And this is that old friend energy again. It's when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Through the lamb's message, though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. This could be something coming to you through a message and something you need to be gentle with. It could be darker. It could be more kind of maybe trigger some fears or some shadowy things you need to sit with and be patient with and appreciate the truth of it and see the light in it. When in balance, knowingness and inner peace. When out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. Worry. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. I love that. All right, so then we go over here to this Five of Cups, which is also looking very sad or disappointed. Let's go down to the iron here and see what it has to say under this Five of Cups. It's 22. And it's magnetism. That magnetism. There's something here pulling you into the shadows that may be happening right now in this energy that's pulling you into kind of face your fears and go through it with like peace and grace and light. There's just interesting. Iron is a reliable metal that can withstand great pressure. That is an energy going through here too. The pressure of the wise salt. You know, how that salt has came through good and bad and this underworld energy and being able to take a lot, being able to get through a lot. There's just a feeling here, this iron. We have come to utilize this metal extensively, mixing it with carbon to create the steel bridges and highways and infrastructures that span across the globe. In alchemy, iron is associated with the planet Mars and shares its qualities of being strong, assertive, and potentially warlike. When the iron card appears, there is a call to rely on your reliable. I love that, on the reliable. What truly supports you? What have you already built? Iron dwells at the center of Earth. So when all else feels lost, When all else feels lost, turn to the iron. Turn to what is iron in your life. Go inward. There is a deep magnet there that pulls you towards what is steady and true. For the moment, put your words and weapons down and let yourself be held by the structure that is already in place. Yeah, not going back in a way that it's just there's already structure, something really solid here that's been built through tremendous pressure and just a lot. So I am feeling that. And then we got the kiss under that. Go deeper, read about the warrior Ogun, known as the god of iron in African mythology, and to ponder iron in our bloodstream. The esoteric wisdom traditions, Mars and iron are associated with the gallbladder. It may be time to contemplate what can be broken down and what must remain. Watch for planetary pairing between all the metals and planet cards, iron and Mars. Appearing in one reading indicate a great conflict looms, and that's not coming through. So this is probably more like an inner thing we're working on here in the water energy with the kiss. Let's go ahead and read it. Okay. There we are. Oh, 1, 2. All right. The touch, the chemistry, the sex. Okay, there's something here. Very interesting. Something coming in here. Fiery. But could feel, yeah, that Mars energy. It is sexuality too, and it's also like aggressive too. It can be. But it says before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Wow, right before the kiss card. Let me just show you guys this real quick, okay? We got like this feeling here of having lost some kind of passion or desire for, it's coming in here like, don't get consumed by this, like go through the shadowy, this could have shadows around intimacy or shadows around passions or desires, but there is this feeling here, it says it comes in like electricity. So there's something here you may feel like has been lost or gone, and it could be like passion or maybe even sexuality or like some kind of Mars energy here, and it has the kiss and it comes in. There's some kind of message coming in or some kind of energy coming in. It's electrifying. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. Yeah, something magical getting ready here to come if you aren't already here, but this is intense energy. What will their lips be like? Their tongue. Do they want me in return? There could be a feeling here of, not feeling reciprocated or received or like you've done something here. But there's something here happening through the shadow, and it's just to remain gentle and like light towards in this. This is very interesting because it's like this shadow's being worked through with this gentle kind of, but yet it's like a Mars energy. Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with another, of letting in what was moments ago separate. See, so something that feels like it might be lost or gone, it's just getting through this fear. It might be a fear, or just some dark shadows that you need to face, and it's really, there's something there here, and it's passionate, it's electrifying, and it's exciting. And it's a sensation of just kind of knowing that something's happening here that moments ago was separate. So two become one. It is risky but beautiful business because it's like the shadow and this, it's like the shadow and light coming together. It's like yin and yang. Is it going to mix or is it going to explode? This is what I'm getting. Interesting. That could be definitely. Okay, it is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past solitary self towards union. There could be a fear of union, a fear of uniting with somebody or something here. Like a feeling of maybe there's just, I can't wait to get to the crow too. There's just something here. This could have an element of a relationship in it too, or some kind of thing you thought was like you felt somehow like you've like, I was getting this, and I think it was earth energy where it's like halted or stopped trying to see the brightness in something, and maybe the message here is not to get sucked into this darkness, but just to face that these are shadows or fears, and handle it with gentleness and kindness and compassion, and see the bright side. See that Two of Cups. That's what's left after the Three of Cups is gone, you guys. After the 3 cups is spilled, there's 2 cups left, and that would be a union, the union of the masculine, feminine, or something in your life, you guys. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human surrender, or a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing the whisper. This has been about hearing the whisper, hearing and listening to the words that aren't words, to the subtle things that are beneath the surface in the underworld, kind of calling you. It's that magnet energy calling you to look at it and look at what's there, because there's something so good there. And our shadows are our strengths. The poison can be the medicine. That kind of thing. That's what's coming through. This card does suggest true intimacy is around the corner. And if it isn't in the physical, it's the experience of touching the sacred and hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You could feel something, a messenger or something coming in here, bringing some kind of message or gift to you. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Oh, that's a really nice, something after maybe a long time of feeling like a lot of loss and a lot of like maybe disappointment and like some confusion around kind of where you're at, how, maybe even conflicted about how all this is feeling. This just feels like a lot. There's something really good here coming up in the heart space. When light, it's sensual expressiveness, merging, and it's inviting. When dark, it's neediness, pressure, dominance, and disrespect. Go deeper. Andy Warhol's 1963 film, Kiss. Intimacy is multi-layered and requires our reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, and shameful. Yes, there's definitely something here that could be something in the shadows here to work with too. Determining the difference between the taboo, the acceptable, the shameful, the sensual. What do you consider those things? Write down the story of your first kiss. What was it that was changed in that moment? All right, and then we got the Crow, you guys, which we're going to go straight down to. And it's an air energy, so this is definitely something, definitely switching the way you're looking at something here. It's going to look like something, it feels like something completely looks amiss, or missed opportunity, or not moving towards something, and then something's right there to look at here. And it feels really passionate, and it does feel electrifying. And this iron, it's like to go back into that solid place. There may be a lot going on here for this water energy right now, especially around like passion and intimacy and a lot of stuff here. Let's go here. The Crow. Spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. Yes, so that's that iron too, is being strong, going back to that center, going back to that place that's passionate and spiritual, and really looking at it and how it is. It's just something good coming here spiritually for sure. A union with spirit, with that Two of Cups, that masculine, that feminine, that balance. I said that yin yang, I was feeling that too, that balance of the light and the dark, and this is all shadow and this is all light, and it's like, I'm conflicted about how I got here, but they're meshing and they're coming together, and I need to be, I need to still look at this and go into this and face my fears and see what's in the dark, and it's going to bring me closer even to the kiss, the iron, the feeling of that Two of Cups instead of the three losses and 2 gains, 2 gains, 3 losses, and still getting 2 gains. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. The crown has long been a symbol of magic, or the crow, excuse me. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within it, its mind's eye, the 3 realities: past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Yes. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. Oh, wow. When it's in balance, it's psychic, strong, and clear. Yes, there's something big, a big message coming in here from the divine, from around you. It's just, that's why it's really important to stay like kind of light, stay in the light, stay gentle and calm and cool and kind of collected here, because there's something coming through here that's powerful. This is the best word I can come up with. When out of balance, it's ungrounded and it's hypersensitive. Yeah, so not to be fearful, not to be very grounded and stable like this iron in that center. Hold your center during this message or this combination, this combining, to bring into balance daily meditation practice. Again, you guys, meditate, think, sit by yourself, listen. There's something big here. So, you guys, water, that is your reading. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you coming and watching your reading. I hope you guys have a good rest of this full moon, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.